Good evening, everybody. Here from Chattanooga, Tennessee, again. Um, it's Saturday evening, the 26th, day after Christmas. It's now been a little over 24 hours since the bombing in Nashville, where according to the news, the little bit of news we're getting out of Nashville, that it was an intentional bombing. Um, Now, you got to kind of read between the lines as you're watching them, because it's all about Nashville rebuilding going forward. Um, what is not getting talked about, what is not being said in the news, is the actual building that the RV was parked in front of was a AT&T hub. It was a main um, fiber communications hub, which basically evidently supplied the South or most of the country, because there has been 911 centers down, there or 911 communications down, there's cell phones down. My cell phone is down. Luckily, I live in a um, city where we have EPB fiber optics, which is the one of the number one fiber optics in the world. If we had that other than AT&T, we would probably be doing just fine. Um, they are not talking about the fact that this was probably a deliberate attack on AT&T, on that AT&T building, more than likely to shut down AT&T services, or to who knows what. But it was a deliberate attack on AT&T to shut down cell services. And what they're not talking about is the millions of people that it has affected in cell services throughout the country, through Atlanta, Birmingham, Chattanooga, Knoxville, Nashville, Kentucky, and the list goes on and on. And I can't really turn my phone, but I got my computer up over here, where I've been scouring the news trying to find anyone talking about it. And the search that I put in to try to just like broad spectrum search it is loss of cell service 2020 12 to 26, to try to just kind of connect to who all is having problems with cell service today and connection of. And basically what it comes down to is that there's some new stuff on there. Sorry, I haven't looked at it since I looked at it earlier a few minutes ago, and then I refreshed it and I haven't looked again. But one of the Nasdaq, why do millennials hate AT&T? I did not see that earlier, and sorry, I found that kind of funny. Not sure why the millennials hate AT&T, but whatever that comes from, it just kind of made me laugh, which is good, because I've been really frustrated over this whole thing, because there have been no. So basically, the only news, and this is searching the World Wide Web. This is Google. This is clicked on Google News. The news. There's this saying about I don't know, 50,100 results in 0.27 seconds. So that's EPB. Anyways, the first one that comes up is the Tennessean, and it says Nashville officials relived explosion, did not relived. I think that says believed explosion, did not claim lives. Resolved to find motive suspects. They need to learn how to write, I think. Wow. So anyways, and then in there it says explosion disrupts 911 wireless service, disruption AT&T services in Nashville and Middle Tennessee was affected. for many customers Friday. That was 22 hours ago. So that is the top one. So let me refresh this. So this may change, but that was the top. Now it comes back. Okay, that changed, but that was the top one a little bit ago. Okay, now is Nashville explosion. Investigator search. Now they're searching an address this Saturday as hundreds of tips pour in. So they searched an address, and they claim that AT&T is deploying portable cell sites in downtown. So, but they're talking like the issue is only in Nashville, and that's what frustrates me. Is they're not talking about how this is affecting the whole South and other places. Like, it's all over the country, and it's only talking about Nashville. And here's the deal: this attack shut down like a lot of cell phones, a lot of communication, a lot of 911 emergency services. If they had done this in conjunction with something else that was happening, this could have been bad. Like, this could have been a national security issue. This was huge. However, because it was done on Christmas, it was done with no media. No one did news on it at all, hardly. People ignored it, and everyone's just upset their phones aren't working. However, with this election going the way it is, and if there was a problem, if there was an uprising, if there was rioting, if there was mass rioting, if there was issues, if there was problems, and the 911 centers were needed, emergency services were needed, if there was issues that were needed during the time that now, communications are down. How are you going to communicate? How are you going to tell anybody? How are you going to talk to anybody? The only way I'm actually able to do this is because I'm sitting next to my Wi-Fi that EPB provides, not a cell service. I think people say Verizon works, but then I've been seeing people say Verizon doesn't work. So I don't know. And I think outside of EPB, on the internet, the hardwire internet that provides the houses, it's mostly AT&T. So you get outside of Chattanooga, and the home internet is AT&T. So all those people are down. So anyone outside of Chattanooga does not have internet, and so their cell service could potentially be off, and their internet is off. So this is it's a pretty good, heavy attack, and no one's recognizing it. So it's kind of concerning. I don't like how it's not being talked about. Of course, I'm just some idiot redneck who's posting videos to Facebook. What can I say? I'm a nobody. I'm just someone who's willing to speak my opinion and speak my concerns, because it is a very worrisome thing to see. I don't know. People should be more concerned than they are. I mean, I know everyone's on their high from Christmas. However, I believe that's why it was planned for now. You listen to the officials talk about how they go, well, we don't know why it was planned for now. We don't know what the motive was. We don't know. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's Christmas. People give less interest to it, Their minds are on something else. Oh, our phones don't work. Okay, all right, yeah. Well, we're focused on Christmas. We're focused on this. We can still take pictures. We can still do this, and we're okay. They're not worried about work. They're not worried about communication. They're not worried about anything else, and so they're distracted, and they're not going to have the potential, backlash and uprising that they might have from the people about not having the how should I say it, coverage, response, all of it. It's all okay that it happened. I mean, you think about it. Nobody potentially was killed. There was a warning that it was going off to warn people to get away. I mean, everything about it screams, we don't want to hurt anyone. I think just something's weird about it. And this ought to give everybody a weird vibe. Just the way it went down, lack of coverage, no one's talking about it. Not even our government. I mean, no one is talking about it. The way that they're not talking about the cell phones being down, the 911 stuff being down. I mean, it's like a speck of what they're talking about. And they're more concerned about talking about how the businesses where nobody was at, the businesses where things weren't hurt, they're more worried about talking about how should I put this I don't want to downplay the people that were displaced. Yeah, that was bad. I understand that. Being displaced is a horrible thing to go through. It's not good. It's never good. And I sympathize with that. However, our nation was jeopardized over Christmas, and everybody turned their head to it. That was a pretty big deal. And most people didn't even know it was. They don't realize the severity of it. That's the scary part. I wish some people would get on board and talk about this stuff. I mean, somebody set me straight and tell me I'm wrong, please, because I'm looking at it going, this is not right. Something sinister just happened, and we all missed it. And nobody is talking about it. Nobody's nothing. And it's concerning, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, just keep yourselves safe, and always have a backup plan for communication with your loved ones, and keep plenty of food for just a backup plan. I mean, always. We always prepare for bad weather. We always prepare for hurricanes. Well, prepare for government failure. So, because I think we saw some of that over Christmas, and we didn't notice it, and it's continuing. And I've even heard that cell phones could be down up into weeks later, which I don't understand. But anyways, as I either decide I understand more or don't understand more, I might post some more videos. I don't know. But this is just my idiotic, old redneck assumptions. I'm open to opinions and ideas. Please keep your comments and stuff pointed to the facts. Nothing stupid and ridiculous, and nothing mean and ugly. Yeah. God bless, and stay safe.